This is going to be the introductory video that I put in front of every tutorial video. You're more than welcome to skip past it. But as a reminder, I do have white arrows on my shoes so that you can see which way my toes are pointing. I also have these little white patches on my shoulders. That's going to be an indication, if you see them, that I've turned my hips or shoulders or both. I also have a grid here. I've got 2 green lines and 2 yellow lines, and I'll be referencing those in the video tutorials. The width of it, whether I'm standing on the lines this way or if I'm standing on the tape lines this way, is my shoulder width. These, if you put them down on your floor, should be your shoulder width. But never should your feet be this close together. Nobody's shoulders are this narrow or this wide. So your shoulder width is where your pieces of tape will be. I also have this backdrop behind me. If you see me shift towards this face on the backdrop, I've shifted my weight to the right. Over here, I've shifted my weight to the left. As always, I've kept this hair tie on my right wrist as an indicator of which one is my right wrist. I've also put a different pair of pants on today. I've had some of my students say it's easier to see when I bend my knee if I'm in something that's a little more form-fitting. So I've given you several visual aids, backdrops, shoulder patches, arrows on my shoes, and visual references on the floor as well. So let's get on with the video tutorial.
Welcome back. Today we're going to be transitioning from ward off right and showing you grasp the sparrow's tail. This one is much more involved than the other previous lessons we did on ward off left and ward off right. There's a lot more pieces to this. So as a reminder, please feel free to go back, and if you need to watch the little video that talks about these shoulder markings, the wrist, my arrows on my toes, the markings on the floor, donations, purpose, the reason some of my movements are exaggerated is for demonstrative purposes. But other than that, let's get started today with grasp the sparrow's tail. All right, so last tutorial, we had come here and gone to ward off right. Again, we have 2 separate railroad tracks. The right foot is on the yellow. The left foot is here on the intersection of these 2 lines at a 45. From here, let's just focus on the footwork. The feet don't really move. However, you are going to be shifting your weight, which will be more apparent when I do this to the side. So my weight is currently in my right leg. It's going to stay in my right leg. And I'm going to look over my right shoulder as I rotate my body to the right. Now I'm still staying in my right leg as I rotate back towards the front. This stays in the center line of my body. My right hand is here, my left hand is here. As I go back, this is the first time I'm shifting my weight from my right leg, which is bent. My left leg is currently straight. Now I'm going to bend my left leg and straighten the right leg, which puts the weight in my left leg. Now I'm looking over my left shoulder. Good. The weight is in my left leg. This front leg has no weight in it. It is on the yellow line, not the green one, but the yellow one. Both palms are down. Now as I shift back into the front, the left leg straightens and the right knee bends, and my hips turn back towards the front. Then I rotate back one more time. The right toe raises up. There's no weight in it. All the weight's here in the left leg. Eye of the Phoenix, which is when the index finger and the thumb touch. Those come down. Now I'm going to shift back into the right leg, straightening the left, bending the right, and the fingertips come up. Not pushing forward. You'll see that more when we do it to the sides. The fingertips come up as you move your weight into that right leg. All right, so that's a lot of movements. It's not difficult, it's just very complicated movements that we're trying to put all together. And then we haven't even added the breath in there yet. All right, so here we go. We've done ward off right. Now, let's focus. We've just worked on the footwork and where your weight is as you shift through this sequence. Now we're going to work on the hands. So the right hand was here as you finished ward off right. The left palm goes up and the right palm goes down. So it's here and it just does a gentle shift. I didn't move the arms up or down. It stayed here on an even plane. Right there. They're side by side. One is up, the right one is down. As I stay in the right leg, I'm going to look over my right shoulder, looking this way. Good. Now the left palm is going to go down. It's almost even with my right hip. That one goes towards earth, and the right palm is up towards heaven. It's even with my shoulder. I haven't torqued it behind my body. That's really bad for your shoulder. It's staying even with my shoulder, not going past it. What's turning are my hips. I'm turning my hips. If my knees stay bent here, my right knee stays bent, I can't turn very far or easily if my leg's straight. This knee has to be bent. So you'll rotate here, okay? Good. So we came around, left went down, right went up, and then we rotate back towards the front. I didn't move my hands and I didn't move my arms. I just turned my body. So my hand is in the center line of my body. Right here, still in the center line of my body. Which regardless of which way I'm turning, my hands are still in the center line of my body. All right, so now we're here. We're going to shift the weight back into the left leg, raising that right toe, straightened, not locked, straightened, bent. Now I'm going to look over the left shoulder. My hands slowly transition. Let's just do the left hand. The left hand just comes here, and the palm stays facing your body, and the palm stays facing down. Again, I'm not torquing or stretching my shoulder back. Sorry, I hit the mic again. It stays right here, and I'm rotating my body so that it's behind me. Now let's focus on the right hand. We were here. That right hand just comes down right here by my left shoulder. Okay? My fingertips are by my shoulder. My wrist is in front of the center line of my body. Great. Now, the next part, even this is still lifted, lift that as high as you can to get that shin and calf muscle working. All right, now I'm not going to move my right hand. I'm going to bring my left wrist forward to meet my right wrist, which is in the front of my body, the center line of my body. So the right hand, as it patted the earth here, formed a break in the wrist. It just turned over. And the left hand, you'll see this better from the side angle, is coming up and touching the right wrist. My left fingertips are pointing towards the ceiling. My right fingertips are pointed towards the side wall, but it's very relaxed. You're putting your thumb here in the crease of your first knuckle of your middle finger. And now I'm going to shift my weight forward, and I've made the bird's tail and grasped the sparrow's tail. All right? This one's still straight, that one's still 45. We rock back one more time, forming the eye of the phoenix, index and thumb. This pulls back, and it goes down the left thigh. The hands separate as you shift forward, and the fingertips come up. Now we're going to add the breath. All right, so we came from ward off right. Here we go. Breath in and breath out. That's the end of the breath out. Breath in, you're pulling your hands Breath in. And now we're expanding forward, so we're breathing out. Good. Breath in, pulling in, breathing in, breath in. And now we breathe out as we expand out. And we're going to start here in this direction with ward off right. 45 degree between the yellow and the green line. The right foot is not here on this front yellow line, it's on the back green line. And we've done ward off right. Now we're going to turn the left palm up and the right palm down. Rotating to the right, I'm going to look over my right. I'm going to stay forward in this leg. I'm not shifting back yet. As I breathe in, good. Now the left hand goes down by my right hip, and the right hand is even with my shoulder pointed up towards heaven. Here's the breath out. Good, I'm in the center line of my body. Now the breath in. Breath in. You see all this? The left hand just comes up, the right hand just folds over. Right here by the shoulder. This is in front of my chest. Right toe is up. Bent left knee. There's no weight in my right leg, it's all in the left. Now we're going to shift back into the front leg. Just the left hand, this left elbow just basically stays there. It just, hi, hello, just comes forward and the wrists come together. As you shift your weight back into the right leg and turn. So you'll see my chest is now facing the camera, but as I breathe out and shift my weight into the right leg, now you can only see my left shoulder. You can't see the marking on either shoulder. Now you can see the marking in the left shoulder. Left fingertips up, right fingertips pointed out to the side. Rocking back one more time, breath in. Eye of the Phoenix. Down the left side. We're not actually touching the left side, it's just coming down in front of the left thigh. Shifting back into the right, fingertips up. Notice I'm not pressing here, so I'm not shoving anybody away or bringing my shoulders up. We're just putting the fingertips, they're rising up towards the ceiling. Up towards the ceiling. Still keeping that same fist's width between the back of the forearm, back of the arm and the rib cage. Great. All right, now we're going to do it to the back. All right, we started off here with our ward off right. Again, I'm at the 45, intersecting these two yellows. The right foot is on the green line. Not on the yellow and green, but the green and green. And we've done ward off right. Left palm up, right palm down. Looking over the right shoulder, staying in the right leg. Good. Left palm goes down by the right hip. Right hand is by the shoulder. Breathing out. That's the end of your breath out. Now I'm going to shift backwards into my left leg, putting the weight there, bending the left, straightening the right, looking over my left shoulder, and both palms patting the earth. Leaving that right hand there, the left hand comes forward. Now as that left hand comes forward, you're shifting your weight forward at the same time. For demonstrative purposes, I'm showing it as 1, 2, but it's actually supposed to all happen together. Rocking back one last time, breath in, eye of the Phoenix, down the left side. Weight goes back into the right leg is straight, right leg is bent, and the fingertips come up and rise. All right, now we're going to do it 1, Last time, going all the way from ward off left to ward off right, and then grasp the sparrow's tail. So, as we do ward off left, we breathe in, breathe out, breath in, grasp the sparrow's tail, breath out, breath in, breath out, breath in, and breath out. Nice. Separating the hands, we rise, and look, my feet are on their railroad tracks, just like they're supposed to be. Have a wonderfully Zen day, and I'll see you next time when the tutorial will cover single whip, and we'll be transitioning from grasp the sparrow's tail, which we did in today's tutorial, and transition into single whip. All right.